Good evening, everyone. You are probably wondering why I've gathered you all here today, and I am stroking this sand filled piece of cloth in the form of a lizard. That is because tonight we will continue our beautiful adventures of A Tale of Dice, where we follow our pack members in. I'm sorry, Gary, you have to go. Where we follow our pack members who are venturing into the dark, unknown dimension of the Shadowfell in search of their fallen friend. But before we get further into that, things are a little bit different right now. I'm still wearing my same ensemble, but this time around I'm relocated to my very comfortable black chair right here. And well, this time the internet should be a little bit more stable because it's been plugged into my laptop by a cable. So last week we had a little bit of a, well, hampering on my part that should be dealt with. So let's see if that goes the way we planned it. In the meantime, is everybody doing okay? Everybody had a good week?
Actually, pretty good. Like a friend of mine just got me a present yesterday, and it's actually very cute and very disturbing. But I have a blanket, and it says,
Treat you like a princess?
"Yes,"
There we go.
and it's beautiful.
We are all queens, as they say on the internet, and as such, you are also a princess, my good friend.
I think this suits Allison very well.
Right?
Yeah,
He does walk around like a little princess sometimes. Yeah.
who does?
No, but hell yeah. We all have our-
Sometimes.
At least sometimes, a positive number of times. But anywho, as I'm already starting to sweat my balls off in this beautiful robe, shall we jump into the game? And let me ask you the same question I ask you every week. Shall we play a game?
And we're back.
Back we are indeed. So, last time we left off, our heroes, known as the Pack, had acquired a magical artifact, the Midsummer Blade, which was capable of vanquishing the forces of shadow. Our heroes took this sword to the different fey creatures and treants that lived within these lands to let it aid them in their ongoing battle against the creatures from the Shadowfell. Bringing this boon upon them, they were allowed to enter in sort of a pact with them and were allowed to help them vanquish the forces of shadow. But in so doing, their friend Krakal was bitten by a vampire, and as the vampiric curse slowly started to enrage Krakal, he burst through a portal into the Shadowfell to meet his foes head on, leaving the rest of his party behind. Now, the rest of the party, accompanied by a new companion, Acadius, a half-vampire, who is actually pretty useful in a dark plane as a Shadowfell, they have ventured forth after Krakal and are now in a shadowy, desolate mirror image of the lands that they know, where the Cragged Hills, where they hail from, is a lush, vagrant forest stretching out over these small mountains again and again and again. They have now stepped into a desolate swamp where the forces of nature seemingly are thwarted at every nook and cranny. However, as our heroes ventured forth into these lands trying to find some sort of track of Krakal, some sort of sign where he was, or at least some way of finding him, they stumbled upon one of the first denizens of the Shadowfell that our heroes met. Here, they met Nyla. Nyla, who called herself the Bog Oracle. As within these swamps, this lady, who made herself known as a skittish woman of Shadar-kai descendants, a race of elves that live in these lands, asked to trade with our party members. They followed her to her small abode here in the desolate swamp area, where around her abode it seemed that plant life sprung up at least a little bit. And here, Allison and Hannah followed her into her nice little cottage, where fairly quickly it became known that Nyla was no mere elf. Her skittish demeanor quickly turned to a deceptive one, as it seemed that this creature was a little bit more powerful than just any old denizen of the Shadowfell. And the traits also turned a little bit more intense. Gazing at Allison, Nyla saw that he was plagued by dreams and offered him 2 deals. One, a piece of his knowledge in exchange for more control in these dreams, a deal that Allison took. And a second deal, seeing that within Allison there were 2 souls intertwined with each other, one half elven, one half human. This was causing Allison a whole lot of distress, bringing him close to death itself. Nyla offered to rip the human half of Allison's soul out, leaving him a whole elf. The only thing she wanted in return was to keep that half of his soul. This deal Allison declined. And as Hannah and Allison now stepped outside of the abode, no deal being struck to find Grikal, our heroes are once again gathered to discuss their next leg of their journey. So, pack members, what would you like to do?
Allison, at least, is still very much in his own thoughts and quite occupied with that, and not really paying attention to all of the likes of you and just following you guys for now.
So
I suggest that we just try to get the information out of the hag.
Well, so it is absolutely a possibility to eradicate the foul witch from existence. In fact, I'd almost say it's our moral imperative. However, we need to be smart about this. So first off, I suggest we don't walk in and talk to her.
We send Melo. I
Second.
got it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think I'm missing some kind of joke here. That's a joke, right?
I certainly hope so, yeah.
Melo, the panther companion of Hannah, looks at Iroh with like the same questioning look, like, it better be a fucking joke.
Right?
Well, he can. Maybe he's very sneaky.
Just making sure, because I don't know you that well yet, Iroh.
Nobody does.
All right. So, speaking of the hag and us finding our way to this Grikal person and the Court of Shadows, a very good possibility is that we set a trap for her. And if we want to do this, if we want to plan out this trap, we should most certainly not be talking about this right next to her little cabin.
Yeah.
So
Maybe we're just gonna go find Grikal. Let's move.
Go ahead and make
Yes.
a deception check, Iroh.
Oh, buddy.
What did you expect?
Of course I expected just like a perfect deception.
Sure.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, that is how it normally works. Let me have a look. I need to find. There it is. Come here, buddy. There it is. Yes. Oh, that's gonna be okay. That's gonna be like a 20. Out of the top of my head, it's 27. But let me have a look. No. Oh, even more. That is gonna be a 29.
29, alright. Very well.
So I also have a thing that I want to do as we walk away. I want to say, oh, and Iroh, make absolute sure that, apologies, it's Hannah with the bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please make absolutely sure that all of the precious scrolls and artifacts that you're carrying there, full of occult knowledge, don't drop it, okay? I want to make a diplomacy check to really convince Hannah not to drop any occult spell books and scrolls and stuff.
Why would I drop
Can I
it?
do that?
Sure.
Because sure you.
Well, excellent. Seems we're on the same track then.
Go
Keep
ahead and
them
make a
with you,
diplomacy check.
those-
Do I make a save?
Just let Acadius make a diplomacy check.
That's a 26. Thanks.
26.
I'm happy to hear we're on the
Cool.
same wavelength here, Hannah. Yeah, 26.
Very well.
For someone with how much wisdom does Hannah have?
You don't really understand why Acadius is being
19.
so. You don't really understand why Acadius is being so, well, to the point, but it must be important. So make sure.
Did he cast something on me?
Acadius? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Suspicious.
Shall we then? Yes. Let's just waddle through the swamps, and I'm sure there's absolutely nothing of danger in the waters. How about I lead the way again?
Sure.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Right now, whatever I fancy. I'm gonna roll a little.
So what is your goal in
Forward
this?
here.
What is your goal in this?
I just kind of really want to walk off into a random direction.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Just to
roll
put
a
some
D4.
distance between us and the hag.
Like if the goal is
Yeah.
to put some distance between you guys, well, that's my question. If the goal is to put distance between you guys, you can just backtrack a little bit. Like you know that there is a safe
I don't
dry.
Yeah, I don't want to backtrack per se.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take a right. We're gonna take a right from the front door of the hag,
Very well.
and we're just gonna walk in that direction
All right.
for, let's give it 15, 20 minutes or something.
Somebody go ahead and make me a survival check. Who takes the lead? So I guess that's Acadius then in this to just like navigate to not step
I
into the water and that sort of stuff. Yes, sure. Everybody
Well,
can aid if you
If
want.
Hannah wants to overtake Acadius, she is absolutely free to, because
Yes, please.
there's the direction now, but that is roughly what I can.
Acadius understands the plain. Hannah understands swamps.
Swamp.
Swamp.
Swamp girl.
Swamp girl.
Swamp
Your
girl.
words, not mine.
That's 19. Did anyone want to aid? No?
Guess not.
I mean, I could aid, seeing as I'm trying to
Enough.
follow you, but I have a 0 on my survival, so this could
Yeah,
go
never mind,
either way.
that's fine.
No, too late now. That's an 11, so that's not
Okay, that's a
just,
basic. Okay, cool. So no harm, no foul. All right. So as Acadius just points in a random direction at a somewhat 90-degree angle from the hag's front door, you just begin to march off into the marshes. Now that you are walking for a couple of minutes through this, well, mucky land, you go ahead and make a perception check, Hannah.
I am going to use my hero point.
So,
29.
all right. As you begin to walk, you begin to realize that there is a little bit of like muck, like a little bit of dirt on your clothes. And the first time that you realize this, you just rub it off. And that's it. But you begin to walk further and further, and it returns to stick to you. And eventually, like somewhere around the 10-minute mark or so, you actually see that a little piece of whatever it is, like this like filthy, wet dust, like clay-like substance, actually just like floats towards you and begin to like press itself upon your person.
Guys, this
Like you're
is
gathering dust.
I'm getting attacked.
By dust.
Wait, you just
By
turn
dust.
around and you just say, I'm being attacked?
Yeah, and I point at what's
Guys,
happening.
being attacked.
I feel attacked right now.
I feel
I
so
go into
attacked right now.
Yeah.
I instinctively go into mountain stance, just like, what's up?
And
Where?
Like Iroh is even a little bit shorter as his mountain stance. He digs in his heels into the wet underground of the swampland.
Where?
So wait,
Where?
is
Here.
Acadius
And I
noticing
pointed-
this too?
Acadius, go ahead and like you didn't have any lore skills, did you?
Oh no, I'm Jon Snow.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
Go ahead and make me a straight up intelligence check.
Cool. That I can do because that's a natural 18, baby. Plus 1 is 19. Oh yeah.
Well, that'll give you at least a little bit of a hint. Like it's hard to know these things without actually being learned and stuff. But this is a plane full of death, decay, and whatnot. And your friend Hannah, right there, her being not only a druid but an Eladrin druid, like. Oh wait, you were in younger years. You were actually an Eladrin, right? So
Correct.
I would say that you might have experienced this as well. Like some particles are just attracted to like conduits of life in this desolate plane.
Ah. I smile. Not to worry, Hannah. It's just, and I move up to just kind of brush it off from your arms and shoulders. It's just you're such a radiant person, full of life. Things are just naturally drawn to you. You know?
So it's a compliment?
Yes, it absolutely is. You're a beautiful soul, and all the dead things here want to take it.
Great.
Everything wants to kill you in here. Good luck.
They love me.
Score.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Good enough.
COVID has made us very lonely people.
So, where were we going?
So I was thinking, we maybe try and lure the hag here, or draw her up, and from there on,
We want to fight her?
well, I mean, we were obviously brought to her for a reason, and I mean, I don't think that whatever she told you inside was it, unless there's some kind of vital piece of information concerning Grakal that you have been sulking about for the past 10 minutes.
No, sorry. I have. She said a
Went
couple.
in another direction.
She said a couple of things that, well, gets rather close. But
Well, that's what they do. Don't take it personally.
no,
In
well,
fact,
don't die,
think of
Wowzer.
it as
No, I'm gonna be okay.
think of it as an adventure. She gave you. The fun thing about hags is whatever they say, what they don't say is actually where a lot of information lies. Just a little bit of a little nugget of wisdom for you. Don't dwell too much on what she did tell you. Think of all the happy things she didn't tell you.
Allison,
Did she say anything about your dead parents?
As you ask these questions, Acadius, you see Allison just like twitch for a second, as if like just a stroke of migraine hits his head. Allison, something just tried to do something, but it didn't work, and you know exactly that it's at the Hag's Lair 10 minutes that away. For a second, you connect to something over there, and then it stops. Something tried something on you, but you resisted it very fucking well.
Alright.
So,
the fucking
did she
hag is
mention
casting
dead
spells
parents?
on me.
Ooh. Alright.
Oh, that hurts.
That settles it. This is no longer just a proposal, but now we absolutely have to kill her.
Yeah, let's home alone that bitch.
Oh, okay. I'm not very much okay with her being in my head. Oh, we kind of have to now, don't we? You see that
Loads of fun.
you see that Allison's very hesitant, as he kind of get the idea that he maybe still wants something from her, and killing her is not really how to get that. But yeah, he's a little bit hesitant right now.
Accident.
Fuck. All right.
We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents. I'm gonna deduct experience points on my side for that one.
That also sounds like a pun Hagrid would make when he screws something up.
I think
no, it was just a accident.
I think we need a T-shirt about that one.
Oh God.
So, back to the task at hand. We are going to slay a hag. I'm gonna go slay a hag, and I bring the following items. We need her to be silent, and we need to restrict her movement. Yeah?
I'm not
I'm
sure.
gonna go kill a hag, and I bring the following items. We need her to be silent and strict movement, and she mustn't have any spell books. Okay, Hannah's next.
Silence.
Yes.
Yeah, you lose. Now you may go in first.
Arrow gets standing.
No, but honestly though, Iro, focus. We're gonna need to think hard about this. You are an excellent fighter. I've got a little bit of a wrestling background myself, I think, at one point. Or maybe you're gonna teach it to me, who knows? That's gonna be fun. Regardless, I'm gonna say that I'll try and restrict the hag. And from there on, we are all going to try our best to stab her multiple times in the heart and the face.
I'm gonna punch her.
Oh, that's a great alternative.
I don't really have a stab thingy.
It was a metaphorical stab. The stab is not the point of the plan here, people.
Okay.
It's
I was worried, but it's fine. It's fine. I got it.
okay. Good.
What do we seek to gain out of this?
Okay, Allison, I'm gonna need you to either snap out of this or be a compliant little fighter to us. But right now, we can't have any doubts.
Boy.
This creature, we are going to slay it. Yeah? Think not of it as a person. It is a denizen of the Shadowfell. It is evil. It is trying to manipulate you. Scratch that. It has manipulated you. And it is currently still trying to influence you through whatever kind. Okay.
I've had it once with a bad piece of ham. So I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. consider this a bad piece of ham to be expunged from your memories.
And bowels.
All right. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So, what do we actually want to get after? Like, we need information from her. We can't just get information from her dead body now, can we?
So the preferable alternative is, of course, to have her alive. However, letting her keep her ability to talk is problematic.
Spellcasting, yeah.
Yes. So I propose we see what happens. Did you see anything inside? Books, scrolls, maps?
She's mostly using a lot of runes, actually.
Ruins. Does anyone here know anything about ruins?
Yes,
Anyone?
I do, actually.
We learned a bit.
All right, go ahead and make a lore check because both you and Hannah have lore runes. So Allison, Hannah, go ahead.
Can you use your hero points for this?
Sure.
Okay.
12.
12.
28.
28. 12, you remember your lessons, Hannah, so you are more akin to like, oh yeah, I got this rune, and I got that one, and this one's very pretty, this one makes the fire go boom! Allison, runes are more of a, like more of a part of the enchantment category, like they're mostly like stationary, so it takes more time to be created, and once they are, then they stay there. So it's not something that's probably going to come up in the second spell casting of the adventuring combat encounter that you guys are now plotting. What you did saw, however, is that the way that she cast her spells and did her magics with you she didn't need anything for that, or at least nothing that you can see. She didn't use like a wand or a staff or whatsoever. All of her magical attributes that you saw, like the looming presence that she exerted from herself, like the getting of different things without lifting as much as a finger, just letting it float towards her, was all seemingly coming from out of her person self. And you know, like that's also a way that some creatures could at least like use magic. Some just have the innate ability to do so.
Did I get the feeling that she always used components verbally or somatically, or did she sometimes also do things without?
Go ahead and make a perception check retroactively.
29?
29? Hard to say. Like, with everything that she did like use like very small, subtle like movements with her hands, and she was talking the entire time. It's hard to say if those words were connected to the actual spell casting or that it was to like as a sort of like a way to like strike the deal with you. It's hard to say.
Okay. All right, so I did at least notice most of the time that she did actually do something that she used components for their casting. So that's at least a good thing, so we can actually try and restrain her.
Also makes it a bit more difficult, though.
Well, and another thing that I want to give you with the lore runes that you just rolled, thinking back of it, like there was this long line of all different types of stones. She also carried a couple of rune stones at her side, like the one that she used to like strike the deal with you, and then was placed back up there. There were some pretty things in there as well, like her abode that you ventured forth. Like there were basically two things in there: a lot of runestones and a lot of like herbs and potions and all that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. So at least like you already saw like a couple of things that you know of, like wild sage root was hanging from the ceiling that you can remember. Like fendrake, a herb that you just learned about in the fortress. A couple of other things that you didn't really like have the attention for at that time, but also like the smell of different herbs and different potions being brewing. You already saw like different glass vials like scattered over the entire interior. Like there is loot to be gotten there as well.
Alright, so how are we actually gonna do this? Because probably, as you said, Acadius, I don't think it's the best thing to fight in her abode. Her own domain is probably, set with a lot of traps, as she's basically using a lot of runes, and those can be made into traps. So how do we lure her out?
I know this. You smoke someone out. And how do you smoke someone out? By setting your whole abode on fire. Henna. Fireball.
Well, I did prepare fireball, but don't you think she has something cast on her abode that protects it from spells?
I preferably, if we want information, I don't think it's the best solution to destroy all evidence.
It lures her out.
Let's keep that spell. Okay, other ideas.
So, you think she's attached to the boat?
Probably. Want to steal a boat?
Anyone here? Yeah, I'd love to.
Wait, it's actually a boat?
Sounds like a delight.
Yeah, there was a small canoe that she used to venture
I thought
through.
you said an abode.
Oh, just steal her entire house.
Yeah, I
have a solution, guys. We take her home and we move it somewhere else.
That's how that works, all right. That is how
If
it
it works for Robin Hood, it will probably work for us.
So,
Or Patrick Star, but yeah.
given the connection that she made with me, I do kind of believe that I'm a liability. I don't. She tried casting a spell on me just now without me being near her. She can probably do that again. So if we actually want to get her boat or canoe, then I probably should not be the one doing it. I feel like she might be onto me in that moment.
I think this might be my speciality.
You're a thief.
Well, I'm a very sneaky person.
All
I'm a
right.
sneaky, steely person when I need to be. And I propose that. Okay, so we go back just a little bit. We find out where the river leads to. We just go roughly 5 minutes down the river. I think that's enough.
So, one thing, there's no real river. Like the entire swampland is just like is just like patches of like solid soggy ground for like sometimes it's 20 feet by 10 feet, sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Like it's just like 50-50 if a square is going to be water or solid ground. And she used her canoe to like navigate through like the undeep streams of the bog. There's no real river.
So we could basically get to where we are right now with that boat, roughly.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, like it's gonna take a little bit of circumventing like different obstacles and stuff, but it's yeah.
All right. In that case, Allison, can I trust you to follow the plan as soon as it happens?
He nods.
Okay, gonna need your super special I'm prepared not to go to Elven Heaven promise on that.
Yes. I'll cut her open if we need to. Don't worry about it.
Cool. By the gods, that makes me very happy. In that sense, who's got something to blindfold Allison and plug his ears? Do we happen to have some kind of comfortable rope? It's an odd thing for a party to have, I'm aware.
Yeah,
but,
we do.
Okay.
How did you know?
In that case,
do you want to use me as
I'll
bait?
leave you to that. No. I just wanna make sure none of your senses are working from this point on.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
That's fair, yeah.
Once things happen, we'll untie it. You know, just in case we don't want to spring the trap too early by, like, who knows what she can do. If she can look through your eyes or hear through your ears, or maybe just puppeteer you, like the crazy hag she is, I don't want to ruin the whole plan. You know, it kind of hinges on it being a bit of an obvious at that, but an ambush nonetheless.
I feel like she already tried that and I resisted, but if you'd like to, yeah, I'm still a liability, so sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
Excellent. Thank you. I apologize. Sincerely.
Keep my hands
I
free,
know
though.
this isn't ideal. Oh, absolutely. Yes. We're just going to guide you, and yeah, we're going to be fine. Yeah?
All right.
As soon as we take it off, be prepared to kill.
Sure. Allison is not
Alright.
happy. Yeah, but he
Alright,
lets you
Hannah.
guys time up, basically.
Hannah, do the thing.
I tie him up. Like I used to
thing.
do.
Go ahead and make me a thievery check. See how
So
good.
Acadius's goggles on his intricate mechanical mask that kind of just as this is going on, as he's kind of analyzing this, and he's like,
Natural
"She's
20.
too trained in this
Really
right
now? Yeah. Like Hannah has done this. This is bringing us back to all the earlier stages when Allison had his night terrors. And in a deftly manner, Hannah is just like, oh yeah, like you said, Hannah, do the thing. You didn't realize how like close to the surface this one thing was, and how expertly she knows exactly what the thing is within a minute. Like Allison is also like timing exactly at the right moments when he puts like his hands forward and when to put them back, when he needs to cock his head and stuff. Like they've done this before.
Well, we're not binding his just like his.
All right. So okay, so
Aw.
excuse me. I was getting back to the earlier session. No, okay.
Yeah. No, it's
So
okay. I get enthusiastic in ropey situations too.
giggity. Allison, so speaks the dungeon daddy. Allison's eyes are closed, his ears are plugged, and after testing, it is very difficult for him to hear or see anything. It's also very hard to test this because eventually, like, you go like, Allison. Probably okay.
Excellent.
Treat me like a princess.
No.
Lock her up in the tower.
Quick nut tap, so tick. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Iro is the meanest party member by far.
Yeah.
No, it's actually Melo, but it just doesn't talk much.
Mela goes like, yes, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Kind of fair, yeah.
Okay, so what's the plan?
All right, so to lay it out all out for the viewers and for you, Wouter, and also to check that everyone agrees, we're gonna station ourselves at a good ambush point, roughly 5-ish, maybe not even, maybe a minute or two away from the hag's cabin. It's gonna be obvious this is an ambush. We're not trying to hide that fact. We just want to lure her out. And Acadius, vulgar and also taunting that he's gonna drink a lot of water in the meantime. And we're going to roughly set up an ambush point 1 or 2 minutes away from the cabin. The rest of the pack, so that's going to be Hannah, Iro, and Allison, and Melo, are going to take up semi-hidden locations, kind of opposite to each other, and they're going to wait. Acadius, he has some good stealth stuff going on, so he's going to try and stealth towards the cabin, because at this point I'm half expecting the hag to expect us to come back. You know, it's a complicated sentence, but you know what I mean. And I'm gonna steal her fucking canoe.
All right, so.
And I hope that pisses her off. I really do. And if not, then, you know, we'll just have to think of a plan B, but we'll have a canoe.
That's it. I mean, like, at least you'll have a canoe. I mean, like, win-win situation, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So, for this endeavor, first off, I'd like Allison, Melo, Iro, and Hannah to roll stealth checks. And hold on to those for me for now.
Okay, so one thing. As I don't really have any senses currently, it's probably very difficult for me to stealth. Wouldn't it be better for me to just sit down somewhere and wait it
Yeah,
out.
I'd say like Hannah or Iroh is probably like just gonna push you against like a tree on the other side. But still, you have to stay quiet. You have to
Sure.
stay quiet, which is gonna be more difficult because you don't have senses, but it's also gonna be more easy because you have your mouth. So it's just gonna be a straight up roll.
Fair enough.
For the brevity's sake. For now, hold on to those because those checks would come in handy if this ambush would actually succeed, because then those would be your initiative. So, in the meantime, Acadius, I would like you to also make a stealth check. This one's going to be a little bit more different.
Yeah.
But,
so as I approach, so when I'm almost there, I'm going to. It has a duration of 1 minute, so I don't want to do it while I'm still too far away. I'm going to cast Cloak of Shadow. It's a spell that I cast on myself. I drape the target in a mantle of swirling shadows that make me harder to see. It reduces bright light within a 20-foot emanation, and it is a form of magical darkness. I get the concealed condition to hide, or if I'm already concealed, like it goes up. And I can use an interact action to remove the cloak if I want. It is also a semi-literal cloak.
Ooh, nice. All right, so as all of you are situating yourselves within this bogland, you can just barely see, like through the mist rising from the marshlands, the somewhat darker piece of sky where this hag's abode is put on 4 large poles at the 4 corners of her wooden cabin. Here, as you guys are situating yourselves just out of like sight and hopefully the reach of all of the senses of Nyla, you see Acadius step outward and drape himself in magical darkness that he seemingly plucks from everywhere. You can see that from all different corners of like the different like grasslands and the different shadows of the trees, like this shadow stuff just coalesces into a solid cloak, and as it drapes over Acadius, it blends in with all of his surroundings once again. And now you can barely see him. He is just like a small little blip of just a little bit more darkness, like blending in with the ground itself. And this small little like bump in the earth is just moving away. And as soon as he is moving like 15, 20 feet from all of you, you all lose sight of him, hoping that his stealthy demeanor will get him closer to the canoe, and afterwards back closer to all of you. Acadius, go ahead and make your stealth check.
All right. Nice. That's a natural 11, so could be better, but I have 11, so 22.
Okay. Very well, very well. I just need to look this up. Okay. So, as you step closer and closer, you can already hear like the different... They're few and far apart, but there are some like small insect-like creatures living here. And now that you are like getting close to the ground, taking it nice and easy, you begin to hear them. Like the forces of nature are present here, and there is life, but still, it is a desolate landscape. And as you get closer and closer, tracking carefully not to splash in any waters, not to attract any more of those like flying manta rays that attacked you last time, it seems that everything is okay. You get close enough to see that the witch's abode, lights are flickering inside from probably different candles or other firelights. Now and again, you can hear like a very slight creaking of wood, as if somebody inside there is moving. You take a moment to make sure that nothing is going on, and eventually you feel confident enough that your presence, at least at this like 30 feet distance from both the abode and the canoe, you are unnoticed. You see the wooden walkway that gets up, then turns and then enters into the abode itself, the door closed. And underneath it, where a large puddle of water is situated, you can see the canoe bound by simple rope with a simple knot to one of the 4 poles.
All right. Do I remember her doing anything to the knot when she tied it to the post?
Not really. It seemed that she just got it there and put it into a knot. You can see, however, that on one side of the canoe, there's like a small outcrop of wood with a lantern dangling on it, but it is out right now.
Sorry, one more time?
Like the canoe, at one side of it, the wood is stilled outward, and on it there hangs a hooded lantern, which is out right now. No light coming from it.
Okay. So, I'm gonna slowly walk up to it. I have my bow staff out. Due to casting Cloak of Shadows, it's one of my focus spells. My curse is increasing, so I am becoming lighter. I'm becoming very mildly transparent, and enfeebled. And I slowly start walking up to the canoe as stealthily as I can. No, I put away the bow staff. I grab a star knife, and I start slicing or slicing slowly into the rope.
All right.
Opening the knot. I don't have time to untie it.
As you try to do this as quietly and as stealthily as you can, go ahead and make me a thievery check.
A thievery check. Let's see what my... Oh, I'm trained in thievery. I didn't remember that. That's nice. Oh, sweet. Natural 12 gives us a 23.
All right. So for 1 second, as you get out the star knife, you fumble with it just a little bit, because as you begin to become translucent, as you begin to become like a spooky ghost, it is actually hard to hold on to physical objects. But eventually, like pinching it a little bit, focusing yourself, the translucency fades a little bit, and you have the star knife in your hand. And after that, you begin...
Nice.
Silence.
I put away the star knife again.
Mm-hmm.
I grab a little twig from the ground. Is there a twig? Can I find a twig?
Sure, yeah.
Odd question, I know, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
I grab a little twig, and I get into the canoe. And as soon as I step into it, I hope I don't explode.
You step into the canoe. Go ahead and make a reflex saving throw.
There we go.
Now I need to... Go ahead.
Oh! All right, so that natural 1 is where I am spending my hero point. Thank you so much, Mariska. And let's try that again. Natural 14. That's much better. Gives us a total of 25.
All right, so as you step into the boat, it rocks a little bit. And with it, also the hooded lantern rocks back and forth a little bit. And for a second, you can see a small blue light go on, go out again in the lantern. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
19.
19. You didn't only see a light going on, it seemed like a very small humanoid body was in there as well, which turned over in its sleep.
Interesting. All right, but we'll get to that later. I like it, though. So is there something like a... No, you know what? There's probably a stick to row with. I'm just going to grab that, and I'm going to slowly start rowing.
All right. Do you want to do this stealthily?
For now, yes.
All right.
I'm just going to take it slow. No rush, as long as I haven't been noticed. And I just want to get, like, roughly 20 seconds of running away. So 20, 30. I want to be halfway in between me and the cabin when I do the next thing that I want to do.
All right. Go ahead and make another stealth check for me then.
Whoa, natural 15, baby, on a roll. Except for that one, but that's okay. Total of 26.
26, all right. So with that, the pole very slowly getting into the water, eventually touching down on some dirt. Remember the scene from Lord of the Rings where the orcs are like very slowly, very quietly paddling across the river in Osgiliath? As quiet as that, Cadius is getting further and further away, without notice.
Sweet. All right, so as we're getting closer, I just kind of give a little push to keep the boat drifting for a bit towards the pack, and I put down the pole in the boat. I grab the twig, and I cast Summon Instrument.
Okay. Very well. So
I need a little twig as a component for that. And I turn it into a large extra loud lute.
if only you guys already found a loot in some sort of castle that you just looted. No matter.
No clue.
Looted. No, but
all right. So as you cast the spell, and as the loot appears, that makes sound. And with that, the small little blue light that you saw before within the lantern goes on. And a small bell that seems to be inside that little lantern goes on as well. At which moment you can already see like a little piece of dust fall from the floorboards from the hag's abode. And a couple of seconds later, as Nyla stands there and gives like this unnatural roar. And even from this distance, as she roars, you can already see that her eyes, as she roars, turn completely white and then turn back to her humanoid form. So as this is going on, you are exactly as far away as you would like to be. So that's very nice. What is the rest of the plan now?
Well, I was going to draw our attention by singing like a really mean song. I had a whole thing prepared and everything, but I suppose this worked well enough. But for the record, it was a hag from the Shadowfell, an ugly and unloved belle. She wasn't that stupid, but still she was stupid, and today I stole her fucking boat. So I'm gonna continue on, and I'm gonna head towards. So as soon as this happens, of course, I shift gears. I throw away the loot, and I start rowing real quick towards them.
All right.
Real quick.
So for this, let me get you guys on a beautiful battle map. All right. So we will say that. There we go. Allison can be right there, together with Hannah and Udir. But this is going to be difficult. No matter. And Iroh and Melo can be there, for example. You guys see where you guys are? I hear silence.
Yes.
Yeah, let me take a look.
I am gonna switch over to the battle map real quick.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
That is a nice and big map.
Yeah,
I don't see me though.
No, not yet. You guys are coming in later. So, why is it doing this? Okay, so let me also get your guys a canoe.
Just some random canoe.
Yeah, just a canoe. There we go. Canoe. Ooh, that's a little bit of a small canoe.
I'm freaking impressed that you thought of the canoe when you planned the session, Bowser.
Well, I thought of the canoe because like there was a canoe at the witch's abode. So you guys should have been there. So we'll say that the canoe is right around there with Acadius inside it. There we go. Oh, wait, the canoe needs to be on the map layer. There we go. All right, so For this will be where the combat encounter can begin. So we'll say that all of the orange pieces, those pieces are the places where the bog water actually seeps through. So right now, as Acadius comes here, you can already see that the elven figure, as she stalks you through this swampland, isn't really what she seems anymore. With the first few steps, as she jumps over the railing from her abode, 3-point landing into the swamp water, and she begins to run towards you. Her white hair lengthens, and where her ears first were, 2 large ram's horns appear, pointing forward, her back growing longer and crooked, still being a medium-sized creature, but now standing as long as 10 feet tall. Her hands, with every movement that she makes, her fingers grow and her fingernails do as well. Her face, that had a scarring on one side first, it falls off, and underneath it you can see these 2 white eyes, her nose coming to a point, as well as her chin, as her true form of that of a hag is revealed. As she runs towards you, thieves! Acadius, I would like you to go ahead and make an athletics check as part of this, or lore boating, but I don't think you have that because you're technically a skipper at this moment. So
yeah,
that'll be that.
I'm going to use, for this, I'm going to use Assurance Athletics. So that's going to give me a 23.
23? All right, so let me roll for Nyla as well. Okay. So, there was a 23 for you. Anybody got higher than that? On stealth checks? No? Alright. Then, Kitties.
Well, I had to roll for Melo too, and that was 25, but...
Oh, sorry. No, Melo didn't need a stealth check at this moment, because it's only for your initiative. Excuse me.
I can't take the...
No, sorry. No. So, 20 or higher. Remember last Friday when you fed me a pepper? Yeah, Dungeon Daddy remembers. There's a freaking hag here. Just you wait. So, 20 or higher? 20 to 15.
18 for me.
Same.
18. Oh, so that would mean whose dexterity is higher?
Mine.
Yours? All right. So we'll.
I have +1.
So first we have Al, then we'll have Iroh, and Hannah is coming up last. Then with
9.
9. Youch. Oh well. You win some, you dim some. All right. So as this is going on, what happens first is Nyla, as she runs this away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Through the boglands, through the marshlands, doesn't seem to be impaired by it one bit. As she runs, she can already now see all of you emerge from the different holes. Allison, you are still blinded.
I don't see a thing.
And deafened at this moment. So you just sit there like...
Yeah, I propose Allison postpones his turn and delays.
We'll see what happens. However, as Nyla runs towards you, the first thing she does, Acadius, being mad at you, you see the same shadow stuff that you created yourself to cloak you with now begins to coalesce just at your person as spikes around it emanate, and she casts Shadow Blast on you, which is going to be I think that's a Dex save, but I'm not sure.
Does it only deal negative
Shadow
damage?
Blast. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. The shadow stuff can be created into whatever form that she likes, and this time she turns it into spikes. So this is going to do piercing damage.
Perfect.
So this would be okay. So it's a reflex or will save, but it's your choice.
In that case, I'm gonna go for reflex.
All right.
Low
Jesus,
wisdom.
God fucking. Okay.
It's not that high though. I have a 16 total. That's a natural 5.
16 total. All right. So that's a critical failure on your part. So that's double. So that's double damage. So that's going to be 22 total piercing damage.
They
Okay,
just roll so
22
low.
Yeah, I rolled very freaking low.
Aw.
22,
Five
of which I resist 5.
All right.
And
5d8,
happened.
3 1s.
Oh, wow.
All right, so Acadius, you are taking 16 points of damage, bringing you down to 43. All right.
17.
Yeah, 70 points of damage, bringing you down to 43. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I never mind. So what happens? I use my reaction, which is a second level spell, or first level spell. No, second level spell, and it's amazing. So as these shadows pierce my body, right? Blood spills from it. It's a strange pale pinkish instead of crimson red, as I'm not quite there, not quite on death, but not quite alive yet either. And as the blood spills, Acadius's eyes go completely black for a second, and the blood immediately, as it is still airborne, it turns into spikes, and they fly towards the hag. I use Blood Vendetta. The
Nice.
hag now needs to make a will save.
All
As
right.
I curse her.
So that is going to be a 32.
32!
32.
Oh, that's just not fair. Yeah, that's a critical success. So she's unaffected as the blood just spills around her, but nothing happens.
All right. So the different spikes explode from you. You unleash your blood vendetta, and with one of her claws, she just. You come in my domain and think you wield power here. You are gravely mistaken.
Yeah.
We're gonna die.
All right.
That's my
So
reaction.
well, that's her turn. So afterwards, we go to Acadius.
Oh, sweet. So in that case, what's the range that she's at right now? Is roughly 15, 20 feet. Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah, between 15 and 20.
All right, so I'm gonna first spend 2 actions to cast protection on myself. Protection
right.
against evil specifically.
Evil.
Just making assumption here. So I get a +1 on AC and saving throws against all evil creatures, or +3 if she's trying to control or mind control or whatever. After that, I have a question, Wouter. Are there you were talking about the Lord of the Rings swamps earlier, right? Is this one filled with corpses too?
Well, you haven't seen any dead bodies yet.
Yes.
But
Okay.
But is there something that you would like to do?
Not yet, but I'm planning ahead for some cool necromancy. But we'll get there later. First, though, I'ma just throw a shuriken at that biatch.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Yeah. Let's see. That gives us a +11 on the attack. I don't think that's going to hit. That's a 20 against her AC.
20 is not going to be enough. The shuriken flies by.
And Acadius just screams, "Now!"
All right. You still have 2 actions left, I believe.
2 actions to cast a spell, and then 1 action.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Yeah, squeeze me. All right, so with that, Acadius' turn ends, and we go to Allison. Allison, you don't hear a thing. The only thing that you sense right now is the pressure of the tree against you and the soggy wet floor slowly soaking your pants. But that's about it.
Yeah, so Allison is waiting. So he's been kind of waiting for something to happen for a while now. And he just continued doing so. So basically what will happen is Allison just waits and delays his initiative until my thing get removed, basically.
All right, very well. So afterwards, we go to Iroh.
So, That is a very good question, actually.
There was no question.
I just said your name. There was no question at all.
Yeah, my name is very questionable as well.
That is true. That
She is very
true,
far
yes.
away, which does not work for me. So I'm gonna cast Bless on myself.
Hashtag blessed.
Bing.
All right. So let me get
Which
your
is
beautiful
2
aura back.
actions.
Mhm.
And
You're giving us your thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like we can do this, guys. And I know Will didn't do much to her, but that is my only range thing that I can do at the moment. I am gonna daze her.
You can't. That would be 4 actions total.
That would be 4 actions indeed. I said that, and then I turned the page, and I was like, "Oh no, that's 2 actions."
No.
I'm gonna go into Mountain Stronghold.
Very well. All right, so as you emerge from the shadows, you begin to cast Bless on yourself as the immediate area surrounding you is just a little tad lighter, as Nyla, the Bog Oracle, just stands there and also glares at you. You dig in your heels, making gosh darn sure that no attacks are going to hit all y'all. All right. So, was that your turn? Then we go to Hannah. Hannah, Allison is just sitting there like,
No, I'll let him.
Okay, cool.
It's best if you
Makes
don't
sense.
know. No, I'll untie him.
All right. So for the sake of this, we'll say that it's just 1 action to untie Allison,
Thank you.
because you're very good at it.
And then I'll cast Fireball.
All right. So
Heck.
with one hand, as you rip off like the cloth from around Allison's mouth, actually like, ow, because you're using 1 action, so it's not gonna be nice for Allison at least. It's not gonna be like gentle, like okay, I'm doing this, I'm tying this. No, it's just like
I say
rip.
1 point of damage.
I would
No,
agree.
I mean, I can
one
roll
point of
for it if
shame.
you...
1 point of shame. So, as you do so, you turn around your staff. The embers again, turning into a roaring flame from which an orange bead streaks across the air. The hag following it, trying to shield herself. Is going to go ahead and make a reflex save, which is
Yes.
going to be a 28.
She does make it, but it isn't a critical success.
All right, so it takes half damage.
Let's see. Oh, that's nice.
I think this is our toughest opponent until now.
Yet.
Yeah.
The
what?
sentence you were looking for was our toughest opponent yet.
Yeah, up till now
28
also
points
works.
of damage so
Well,
far.
that's until now, not up till now. I'm sorry. How much was that?
28 total, so 14.
28, half to 14. As the flames surrounding Nyla are dissipated as she rakes them both with her claws. Little elf, your soul shall color my abode nicely once I rip it from your body. She's not pleased whatsoever.
I don't like her.
I do.
No.
All right,
I
so-
think we'll be fine.
That was your turn. After which, she's
Allison.
gonna have her turn. Sorry, yes, Allison. Excuse me.
So, Allison, basically what I would have liked to have happened is that only my vision is, basically back for me, and my hearing will still be, left out.
No, I'm sorry. Both
Oh,
are gone.
okay.
I'm sorry, both are gone.
Cool.
Yeah,
In that
like-
case,
like
I hear
it was-
both again.
Basically, I shouldn't have allowed just 1 action to like untie things. So I'm kind of like
Sure.
squeezing it in your advantage a little bit.
But then I hear her again too. I'm standing behind a tree, right? Am I out of vision? Out of view?
Right now you are, yeah. Like right now you are just like pushed against the tree, out of sight because you were stealthy.
In that
so you
case,
haven't made yourself known yet.
I will try and make a new stealth check. This turn.
Go ahead.
Nah. That's an 18.
18. Okay.
So that's probably not gonna. Well, I don't know. Yeah, she's way too far away for now. So I'm gonna take cover behind this tree that I'm right now. So I'm just gonna take cover action.
Okay.
And yeah, lastly, what am I actually gonna do? Not much, actually. I'm gonna waste my last action.
Okay. At the end of your turn, we go back to Nyla. As the hag stands in the bog, she gets her hands together once again. I could have offered you all what you wanted, but this is the deal that you are taking. Death in exchange for servitude to me. As she unleashes another Shadow Blast spell. This time, let's see if... you're in luck, Allison. She's not going to target you. However, Arcadius and Hannah, as the Shadow Blast emanates from behind you, both of you are pierced once again as she... Well, no, you know what? This time she's going to go for... She's going to make it fire damage. As the shadow stuff ignites and then explodes in a smaller but similar effect as your fireball, Hannah. So, for both of you, reflex or will saves. Your choice.
Reflex, baby.
Will. Oh.
Yes!
Do I have
16
do I have
plus
hero
11,
points?
27.
I think you do. I think
no.
you do.
I
No?
don't think you do. No, she already spent that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Iron
17.
17? 17 is just
Ooh.
a normal fail. So with that you take 22 points of fire damage. And our good friend
27,
Arcadius,
so critical
27.
success.
Yep, makes a success. So you take 11 points of damage this time around.
Oh, just a normal success.
Yeah, that's a normal
fair,
success.
fair.
Yeah.
How many damage?
11 then. So that
And
brings
what
you
kind
down
of
to fire damage this time around.
Okay.
So bringing you down to 32 then, I believe, if no resistances are applied.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with her last action, she just walks up towards you. And as she jumps into the canoe with you, Arcadius, with her claws ready to rake you. Mine! That ends her turn. And we go to Arcadius himself.
Nice. All right, so she's like, this is
She's
perfect.
all up
I
in
was
your
like, how am I
business.
going to get to her? I was thinking about the logistics of movement, but there she is, right in front of me. Perfect. So first up, baby, is Vampiric Touch. Yeah.
Very well.
So Arcadius is just, I am not, my hands are free. I am unbound. And I open them, I hold them up and I open them up and they radiate with dark pulsating energy as I try and drain the life out of her and into me. She needs to make a fortitude save.
All right. With that, that is going to be a 28 on her fortitude.
28. That was to be expected, so that's a normal save. So half
Okay.
damage. Let me roll 6d6.
Ooh, and if I am correct, you take half of the damage as healing, right? Nice.
Yeah, so I start off with 5, add another, that's 16, and 22 halved. So she takes 11 damage, and I get
Alright.
5 bonus hit points.
Sweet. All right. Okay.
And let's see. Yeah, she takes negative damage if it matters.
Yes. It seems that the negative damage just seems to sipe the life energy from her as you would expect. She doesn't have any resistances to negative damage. As the Vampiric Touch spell, like, she resists a little bit. You can already see, like, the stretched skin, like the cloth covering most of her body, but she tenses herself, and as you try to rip the life force from her, she resists a little bit. But still is hurt by it nonetheless.
Nice. All right, so then we're gonna go all vampire on this lady, because so far so good. I'm gonna go and grapple her.
Right.
I already made an attack. Oh, Vampiric Touch doesn't have the attack key trait. So in that case, I'm just gonna roll and not take 10. I'm gonna make an athletics check on her. and I'm going to try and grapple this lady. So that's going to be against her fortitude DC. Nice! Natural 14. -1 from enfeebled, so that's 13 plus, give me that 12. Yeah, no, 13. Nice. So that is going to be 26 against her fortitude DC.
26 is exactly what you need to beat her fortitude save at this time, because this is not a magical effect, right? This is just you grappling her.
This is just a normal grapple.
Very well.
Perfect.
So with that, you, as like the large claws are trying to push you off, like you are a little bit translucent, and the hag itself is also having difficulty with actually grabbing you, and you slip through her defenses, and you are just grabbing her and pushing her down. Her back is now arced, like her claws trying to grab you and trying to push away, but you are now like locked in place with her.
Nice. I scream, everyone, now! And she is flat-footed, immobilized, and if she wants to do any manipulate actions, she must succeed again on a DC 5 flat check.
All right. With that out of the way, after Acadius, we go to Iroh.
I just heard my cue, so I think I'm just gonna march up to Arcadius and the hag, and I'm gonna start waiting on her.
So, what is your movement speed?
30 at the moment.
30, all right. So with 30, you can get all the way over here with 20 feet of movement, and then because it is difficult terrain to jump into the water, with the last 10 feet of your movement, you can get in flanking position.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just start...
By the way, if you want, because while she is grappled, she is flat-footed either way. So do you want to get yourself soaked in water and like be in difficult terrain, or do you want to stay like standing just on the shore right here?
I think just on the shore. I think that's better for me.
Very well. That's where you'll be.
And then I'm gonna start with flurry of blows. So I'm gonna hit it twice. First one goes for, let's say, 32.
32. Yeah, that's gonna hit. Yeah. Normal hit though.
And the second one, I rolled 2 17s in a row, by the way.
Sweet.
Second one is just going to be a 27 then.
27. 27 hits as well.
Nice.
Now give me a second. Ooh. Mm. Mm. I actually rolled pretty good on this one.
Where's my music? Where's my music? There we go. There's my music.
Oh, damn. This is going to be a 35 points of damage.
35 points of damage with both hits.
I roll with d8s. I rolled 2 8s, 1 7, and 1 4.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
We needed that. That's great.
Hell yeah. As Nyla is locked in combat with Acadius, this small halfling just runs, skids to a halt, his feet digging into the dirt, and with that, you can hear like the large bones like snap already in place, and you can see that she's now crooked a little bit, even more so than she was before, like succumbing under the impact a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this off with Mountain Stronghold. I see
right.
this, I'm like, I need to protect myself.
All right, very well. After Iroh, we go to Hannah.
Okay, so I move over. Yeah.
Over Mia.
And I use Shocking Grasp.
Very well.
So I have to make a spell attack roll. Which is 25.
25 just misses. As you run up towards her, you
Flat-footed as
charge
well?
the electrical energy. Excuse me?
Flat-footed?
Oh, wait, she's flat-footed. No, that hits. That hits. Yes.
Ha!
Thank you for reminding me, Alice.
Yes. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's 2 to 12 electric damage. That's 16.
16 points of damage. As you run up, the embers begin to turn into yellow as the electricity is charging up. As you turn and jet your staff forward as an electric spear, as the spear connects just barely as Acadius is holding her in place. the energy arcing through her body. How many points of damage was that? 17?
17, yeah.
17? All right. Very nicely done. As all of you are just ganging up on her. Do you want to move Melo?
Yeah, let's do that. Oh well, I don't know what she's going to do.
He.
The hag? Is it he?
Oh, what she's going to... Excuse me.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Melo.
No, I know what Melo is.
Yeah, that's. I was already thinking like, what?
I'll move him up here.
All right.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. Then after that, Allison, you have your senses back.
Oh my god. I now see this hag in its true shape, and I'm like, maybe they were right. And I'm actually gonna go and rush quickly to the square below Acadius with 25 feet of movement.
Square below Acadius, right over there. Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
And I'm gonna slice her open as I promised.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack rolls.
So I like the bless arrow. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And the flat-footed.
And the flat foot is also very nice. That's a 25 exactly.
25 hits.
So that just hits, luckily. 16 points of damage for this one.
16 points. All right. Go ahead and make your second attack as well.
Yes. I'm gonna cast shield.
Yep. Okay. So, Allison, as you run up towards her, you have your double-bladed sword out, and as you cut her. She doesn't like that blade one bit, as you can already see like her flesh beginning to singe away. So that was 16 points of damage?
Yeah.
Make it 26.
Nice! Okay, if I notice that, I am gonna continue striking her.
Well, okay, fair enough.
Because that's very nice. I like it. Okay, that's a 29. Natural 17.
With a minus 5?
Yeah, natural 17.
Damn, yeah, that'll hit as well. Go ahead and roll damage.
Same number again, 16, so 26 again.
Nice. Shink, shink. Cutting through this hag as if it were nothing. Very nicely done, guys. So, after that, we go to the Lady of the Hour. As Nyla is now having her turn once again. So, if she wants to do a manipulate action, what does she need to do, Acadius, as she's grappled?
DC 5
That's
flats.
DC 5. Yeah, that one.
All right, so with that, let me just check for everything to be sure. Yada yada yada, yada yada yada. Yeah. Infidels! And she's going to try a Shadow Blast once again. This time, however, she's going to try and make a flat check. That's a 19. Okay, so that's nice that a 19 wasn't rolled on anything other than that. She is going to go ahead and let me just take a look how you guys are clustered here.
The word is together.
Yeah, so she is able to get...
Like dumb sheep.
Yeah, she's able to get everybody. Exactly everybody. With a... wait, no, that's 15-foot burst. So that's... Yeah, exactly everybody. So everybody, go ahead and make a reflex or will save.
Ouch. Also Melo?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Damn. Reflex or?
That is a
Reflex or will.
That's a natural 15, baby. So 26.
26 saves.
I'm not even joking. I rolled a third 17. So that's a 28 for me.
28 save.
26 for me as well.
Save.
20 for Melo
Fail.
and 16 for me.
Critical fail. All right, so Melo takes full damage. Hannah takes double damage as another fiery explosion erupts.
26 is a save, but 16
Yeah.
is a crit fail?
Exactly, because your DC is 26. When it's
Oh.
10 lower than the DC,
Okay,
then you
yeah.
have a crit fail.
Okay.
So, 22. All right, so, Hannah, you take 44 points of fire damage. Acadius takes 11.
Ow.
Allison takes 11. Iro takes 11.
That's just no fun.
And Melo takes 22. Then, with her final action, she's going to, like, for a second, just rip loose one of her claws and just go at you, Acadius. For a... Ooh, well, speaking of, that is going to be a 35 to hit.
Is striking also a manipulate action?
Oh, good question. I think... it doesn't say so.
Then not.
Like, alright, so...
Then no, if there's no manipulate trait, it's not manipulate.
No, but it is an attack. And do attacks automatically have the manipulate trait?
Don't
No?
think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then in that case, no manipulate. Alright, so that's a 35 to hit against you.
Yeah, that's a crit.
Alright, so... the problem is she doesn't deal negative damage, she deals evil damage. So she takes... Alright, so that's going to be...
Evil.
Yeah, evil. Alright. 10... 16 is... You take a total of 46 points of piercing and evil damage.
So that means I'm down. Can I still use Blood Vendetta, the reaction, you think?
Let's take a look at it. What does it say?
It says it's a trigger. The trigger is a creature deals piercing, slashing, or persistent bleed damage.
I'd say so. I mean, like, if that's the trigger, like...
Sweet. Then as I go down, I curse the bitch. Make her roll a will save.
Fuck you! Alright, so... will save. Well, it seems that you guys aren't the only ones that can roll high, because this is going to be a... is 36
Yeah,
on a
sorry,
will
that's
save.
a critical fail.
Yeah, no, understandably so. Understandably so. Yeah, this is a 36 on her will save.
Yeah, no, that's a critical success. Nothing happens. I suck. Bye, guys.
I'm sorry. I am, however, going to have you make a fortitude saving throw.
Dying in a Shadowfell, probably.
That is going to be a 24.
24, noted. All right. So, as this explosion, you jumped the gun on Nyla. You assaulted her completely, but now that she has all of you within her grasp, the explosion of fire that she created by just plucking some shadows out of thin air explodes around you. You begin to realize, oh fuck, we're not the only ones that are powerful. And just at the moment that realization begins to sink in, another thing that sinks in are the large claws in the neck of Acadius. You can hear as the blood splatter comes out and the lifeless body of Acadius falls to the ground. My realm. That is going to be the end of her turn, however.
Did he say lifeless body or unconscious body?
Excuse me, unconscious.
Okay.
Unconscious. he ain't. Right out.
Damn
there.
here, it's like, you know.
Yeah, it's same old. All right, so he
I'm
goes down to the
one
zero.
now.
Yes, you're a wounded one and also dying one.
Yeah.
All right, that was her turn. After which we directly go to Acadius. Yes, right? Yeah.
Flat 11.
Because but your initiative order changes to just
Oh yeah,
no,
changes.
just before the target.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So Acadius, your turn now skips to above our hag lady.
Yeah, no problem.
So we skip you right now and we go to Iro.
I forgot about that rule.
Yeah.
She just said my realm, so I answer fittingly with nope. And I hit her twice again.
All right. Do you want to move first? Because right now she's not flat-footed anymore.
In that case, I'm gonna do a step to the right.
Into the
And I jump to
boglands.
the left. Put my hands on my hips. Let me have a look. This is so close. It was almost a 17 again. So this is a 16, which comes
16?
down to she's flat-footed actually. So I have to keep that in mind.
Yeah. Well, I have to keep that in mind.
32.
32. 32 hits. Hell yeah,
And the
baby.
second one. Again a 16. I don't know what I have with my dice.
Guys,
but
come
I just
on.
keep rolling same
There
number.
are numbers below 10 on your dice. And I know that we're
27.
all on different sides in the Netherlands, so I'm watching you.
We should kind of trust each other, right?
I rolled a full house at the moment. I had 3 17s and 2 16s. So 27 on the second one.
Sure you did, Iro. Sure you did. DM will remember this. Sorry, Dungeon Daddy will remember this. All right, so still though, 26 on the second one hits, so both hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Well, honestly, Wouter, you can just constantly say, "Oh, I rolled another 20, another 20." How curious!
No, because I am an honest little person.
Let me calculate.
Whatever I want to
4
be, that
times 8 plus 8. No, I rolled 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. Still very nice though. As you whack the hag twice over once again. What did I write here? Oh, there we go. With 24 points of damage, you can already see that her demeanor is slowly but surely, like she's beginning to breathe heavily. The punches are landing, and she has taken a good chunk of damage already.
In that case, I am gonna concentrate on Bless to increase my radius.
Ooh, very nice.
And I am going to go into Mountain Stronghold again.
I believe because you made a step, 2 attacks,
Oh, I
and
did
then
make a step.
extend Bless. So you can either extend Bless or you can go into Might Stronghold again.
I go for Bless.
All right.
Yep.
There we go. Which is going to be nice because with that, the radius increaseth so that most of your companions can also take aid from it.
Is Hannah
At the
in or
end-
not?
Hannah is just in. Hannah is just in because there's a little bit of the radius actually crossing there, so we say that Hannah is in now as well.
She needs to lean a bit forward, but then she's in.
Yeah, like with these sorts of things, I like to when there's a question, go in favor of the party members. So with that, Hannah, you are in range. You are close to death. And you are also having your turn. What would you like to do?
I cast haste on Allison.
Thank you.
All right. So the
You
electric energy still emanating from your staff now gives Ellison a nice jolt. Like, all right, let's do this.
And I will move, hopefully, somewhere more safe. And Mela will do a step back as well.
Very nice.
So far, Melo has stepped in, got blasted, stepped back.
Never mind.
Steps in. You know what? Not my thing. I'm a go.
I really
I feel like he's
Hag,
being
no.
conditioned to just cop out of every combat situation. He gets nearby, bam, 1 HP left.
All right.
He's not a pussy for nothing.
Giggity. With that, Hannah's turn ends, and as the body of Acadius falls unconscious on the floor, Nyla's white eyes turn to you, Allison. You come back for your deal, Allison. Well then, let's make a new one. With the 2 claws ready to rake you, what would you like to do?
Okay, I did test this previously. My needles can heal Acadius, so that's very good. My adrenaline actually rushes through his body as well. So I'm gonna give him a nice little treatment with some adrenaline, because he kinda needs it right now.
All right.
Syringe up his butt. That's a natural 18. I'm also rolling very high today. 31.
I'm lying on my back though. I'm lying on my back, so it's gonna be my front butt, which we also call face.
Or like just like
needle
in
for
the
you.
groin, like in the groin, like straight in one of the balls, like.
Yeah, he will jump up from that, I think. But that's a 31, so that's a crit.
Ooh.
So that's very nice.
What does that give me, baby?
I will roll just a little second. I need 2 extra d8s, which I having trouble with finding. I have so many dice, but why can't I find a d8? Okay, I'm just going to
I
roll
have
double.
2 for you right
Oh,
here.
here. Yeah. come and shove them through the screen.
I have also one. Here, catch.
27 hit points. Healing.
Nice.
27 points. Nice.
So that's at least something. That's one more
Yeah.
one more blast.
There we go. He is alived a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, I should have done this. Could have done this better, but that's fine. I just now did it this way, so that's fine. Afterwards, I'm gonna slash it.
Mm-hmm.
Slash. That's a natural 2, so that's a 17. That misses.
That misses indeed.
Um,
There they are. There are the low numbers.
there are the no yeah.
Now you've learned that I'm not going to say that every roll from my end is going to be a natural 20. So you actually really like that you rolled a 2 on this one.
Good. Okay, so I have 2 actions left. I'm gonna strike once more. Hasted.
Is that so?
Hasted.
Oh, right. That's true. Yeah.
So this one is a 21. Probably gonna
21
miss.
misses as well.
Yeah.
This time, as the hag is standing in front of you, like claws at the ready, it gazes with those white eyes at both of those blades. You can see like her flesh still singeing from the damage that you did before. She's ready, and like the claws just parry both of your blows.
Last action before Hannah runs too far off. I'm gonna use my medic specialization to rush up to her and puncture her in her butt as well.
Okay. So you, as your last blow clashes with the claws, she pushes you away, and with that you use the momentum to go off in a dash towards your ally and puncture her in the butt. Do you just want to like take 2 steps over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And natural 18, so that's a 31.
Nice.
So yeah, you also crit, so that's also nice. And I rolled higher on this one. 32 healing.
32, bringing her back up to 38. Nice.
That's
Those
my
hit
turn.
points are going whoop, 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 whoop. All right. At the end of Allison's turn, we go back to Nyla. As this time, as Allison is pushed away.
Correction.
Oh, excuse me. Indeed. Acadius. We go to you.
Yeah,
You
we're back
are-
in action, baby.
You are alived.
And I'm prone on the ground.
You are prone on the
right?
ground, yes. And
Perfect.
you feel that something is not right in your body. You failed like the last save. You are drained 1 at this moment.
Okay. And drained 1 gives me a -1 on most.
No, it
most
just
things.
reduces your maximum hit points. So you reduce your maximum hit points with the drained condition. So you are drained 1. That means that you lose 1 time your level on as maximum hit points. So your maximum hit points is reduced to 54 right now.
Correct. Okay. Perfect. So Acadius wakes up. He's lying on the boat. He sees everything going on. His memory floods back, and at this point he's just gonna go and grab this lady's legs, because why the frack not? So that's gonna be a little trip situation we got going on here.
Okay, so you're going to try and trip her?
Yeah, that's against her reflex DC.
Okay. Let me just see if you're flat-footed. Penalty. You take a -2 penalty to attack rolls. Yeah, that's all it took. Is this an attack action? Like the trip thing? Yeah. Okay, so you take a -2 then because you're prone.
In that case, I use assurance. So it just becomes 10 plus 13. 23 against her reflex DC.
23 against her reflex DC. It's not going to be enough, I'm afraid. As you try to trip her and you push the 2 legs together a little bit, but she stands tall.
All right. So I'm going to let's see. First, in that case, I'm going to. I have already used that. I've already used that one. So I'm going to. Yeah, honestly, what do we have left at this point? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna stand up.
All right.
First,
So
I'm gonna
second
stand
action
up.
to stand up.
Second action is to stand up, and then I'm gonna use harm on myself, and I'm gonna restore 2d8 of HP.
Oh, that feels very nice. There you go.
Yeah. Sweet. That is 12 HP restored.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah,
You
that's a
whack
double
yourself. No, you don't whack yourself. What you do is you pour negative energy into your body, and with that, as you are half ghost, half vampire, and a little bit awesomeness mixed in there all the way, you heal yourself back up. You can feel like the bless spell from Iroh also invigorating you a little bit, as well the hit point maximums are dropping and going. At which moment,
As this happens, I look at her. As I'm healing myself with negative energy, I'm just drawing from the plane's essence. Really, it's just I'm drawing it towards you, man. I'm not even doing anything special. I feel completely reinvigorated, and I'm staring at her with this little smile. And I just say, "Sorry, what were we?"
Cocky little undead. Your soul is twisted. Interesting. I will take it as well.
as we go to her turn once again. So this time around, however, she goes,
However, you vex me, little man.
as the claws go towards you this time, Iroh. First attack roll is going to come in at a 32 to hit.
32 does hit.
All right. Second one's going to come in at a nope, which is going to be a technically a 15.
Nope.
And there we go. The last one is going to be, well, that is 27.
Yeah, that does hit as well.
All right. So as the two claws, they just begin to rake. Seeing Acadia's like having to take a moment to get up, she now turns her attention towards you. You take a total of math. 41 points of damage as the claws begin to rake you, bringing you down to 21 hit points. It's like even your defenses, they are just all these small little cuts, and you begin to burn a little bit as you see like this black smoke emanate from it, and from it you can almost hear like these demonic whispers like I would like you to go ahead and make just go ahead and make 2 fortitude saving throws for me.
Oh, no. Let me have a look. And my fortune as well. What was my fortune? Oh, cool. Oh, the first one is going to be a 17.
All right.
The second one is 17 as well.
17. All right. So
I keep rolling in pairs, but this time it's a 5.
All right. So with that, you are drained 2. So your maximum hit points are reduced by 12, and you drop to a total of 9 hit points as the claws rake.
Still standing, are you? Not for long.
But that is all she wrote for now. As I'm still standing. As we go to that one's gone. Iroh, your turn is up now.
I'm gonna return a favor, I think.
All right.
So I'm gonna start off with 2 hits with my flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, first one is gonna be. Let me have a look. A 20.
20 misses.
Ay, Dios mío.
Yeah.
Second one is gonna be a 17, so that's not good as well. I am going to concentrate and concentrate on bless, and I am going to go in Mountain Stronghold again.
All right. So,
Yeah.
as the onslaught of different claws attacks comes towards you, you try to get openings in her defenses, but as she is focusing her fire on you, you just don't get those nice hits in as you did before. However, your blessed spell emanates further, and once again you retreat back into your mountain stronghold for extra defense. She is battered, but now, after the moment of surprise seems to be gone and the hit point seems to be dropping, she is slowly getting bigger once again, feeling herself getting the upper hand in this combat. We go to Hannah. Hannah, you try to run away. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, that actually feels very nice. You feel a lot better. What do you do?
I use hydraulic push
Ooh,
on the hag.
all right. So, is that a straight line from where you are to her? Because if that's so, then Acadius is also in the line of fire, so you probably want to move a little bit before doing so. Or you just say, nah, fuck it.
It just says targets one creature.
Oh, right. Then not at all. So, is that an attack roll? Is that a save for me?
It is a spell attack roll.
Spell attack roll. All right, go ahead.
Yes. So that's
Wait.
a
If
30.
it's a spell, excuse me. If it's a spell attack roll, then that would mean that if Acadius is in the way, then the hag would have a little bit of cover. So you probably still want to move a little bit, because that would be like shooting an arrow, for example, from where you are right now.
Will this be fine?
That would be perfect. You're still on land, and Acadius is none the wiser of what is happening, except for probably that like water is spraying across his face a little bit.
So I rolled a 30.
A 30. 30 hits. Hells to the yeah.
Just success, right?
Yeah, just a normal hit.
Okay.
Yeah, this badass bog bitch.
High AC.
Strong.
I see, yeah. Like, she has survived in this plane on her own for a very long time. She's not gonna be a pushover.
12.
12 points of damage. All right, so as the adrenaline kicks in once again, you step forward a little bit, and this time your staff gets out a little bit of the bog water as you spray this large hydraulic push of water against her, dousing her a little bit. If it's a success, does that like push her away, or is it only like on a critical critical thing?
I think that's only on a critical, but I'll
All right.
check. So many spells.
So many spells.
So many spells.
So many spells.
Is Allison next?
Allison will be next, indeed.
Should I continue my
It's
turn?
knocked back 5 feet.
Knocked back 5 feet. All right. Yes, Allison. With that, your turn is upon you as the hag is pushed from the. Let's see what happens. All right, away from Acadius to into the bog water. Just steps from the canoe into the water itself. As we turn to Allison.
All right, so basically Allison will use his medic ability. He sees another one of his party members is dying, and he's like, tattoo, tattoo, and he's gonna like stick a syringe up his butt as well.
All right, so Allison
next-
runs towards
Yeah,
Ira.
Yeah, exactly there.
There. Okay.
Natural 17, so 30. I'm rolling crit after crit on these medic.
Yeah, sure you are. Sure you are.
I can show it if you'd like.
Yeah, like just putting a dice down there and then showing me. Yeah, I know what it's like.
Yeah, exactly. I am rolling very well here. 10.
Of course you are.
18, 22, 37.
37, nice. Bringing, let's see, what is your maximum hit points normally, Iro? 72, right?
37.
Yeah, but your maximum hit points.
Oh yeah.
73, you mean?
It's 73, yeah.
73, all right. So right now it is 61 because you're drained 2. So with the, how much healing was that, Allison?
37.
37, all right. So that would take you back to 46. There we go. Yeah, just needed to check a little bit. Right.
All right, and afterwards, I'm still hasted, So I'm gonna try and at least slice her twice.
All right, go ahead and make your attack rolls.
First one is a 33.
33, that hits.
I'm gonna roll my second one behind. I'm not kidding. Natural 17.
No, it's
times
called
in a row.
lying. It's called lying. That's what you're doing. No. All right, so go ahead, roll damage on both of those.
Yeah. First one. 18 on the first one.
18.
So
all right.
28. So that hurts. On the second one. 17.
18 plus 17 is 35, plus 20 is 55 points of damage. Nice. As you run up towards this being, as one syringe enters the buttocks of Iroh, you throw around. Shing, shing. This time, as she is assaulting Iroh, she can only barely try to block your blows, but she blocks it with her arm. This is slashed completely open as she screams once again. As another slice cuts open her belly, the damage now piling up on this creature. But she's still standing.
I'm gonna twist my sword in front of me to cast shield. Because I kind of have this feeling that she'll target me next.
All right. So, as we end Alison's turn, and go to the top of the initiative order, as it is almost 9 o'clock, we will pause the combat encounter for now and go over to a little break.
All right.
Cool.
Damn.
This is an interesting fight. I think this is one of the first times that we actually fight a way higher level opponent. Hasn't happened before, so this is very interesting. And I think it's actually going pretty well.
Choice.
Remember the Drake or the small dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also.
That's also a thing.
All
right.
Anyway. See you guys soon. We will be back here at 10 past. 10 past 9.
Yeah.
10 past 9.
All right.
Cool.
See you guys in a bit.
Just one before 9/11. See you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.